All this is obsidian everywhere. And the falls we just saw, obsidian falls. All obsidian. See the trail up there? We're just all on lava rock. Recap of day 137 and now 138. Things changed a pretty good bit. We were supposed to be just getting into Bend today, and instead we're in Bend yesterday. So we have a little issue, or two issues that we were trying to deal with. One was my backpack and it falling apart, and trying to figure out something to do about that in Bend, and we're kind of running out of time. So there's two things we need to take care of, and that's one is trying to get to Portland on the 16th, and that is due to some weird international thing with trampoline having to get fingerprinted and such to get into Canada. It's a whole thing, and also I wanted to go to PCT days, and that's, I think the only way we're going to get to do that is kind of fits in with going to Portland, is we can head on over there from Portland, because from the trail where we're only going to make it to probably the government camp is like 50 miles away, so we don't have enough time. So we kind of killed two birds with one stone. The plan is to hit the trail tomorrow, get up to government camp, and then get to Portland. And then we're going to take a day and go to PCT days and see, hopefully see people we haven't seen in a long time, or just enjoy it. And I've always wanted to go there. Ever since I've been wanting to do PCTs, I thought that's one of the things I've always wanted to do, make sure. So with the pending fire, new information in Washington that we might have to skip a huge amount from the border of Oregon to like 150 miles up due to new fire and not really that many good workarounds, we might have to skip a pretty big section. So I think we have more time than we thought we did, if that's the case. So we're just gonna take the weekend and get that stuff done and go to PCT days. So that's the plan. But we needed to get into town for me to try to get my pack or get a new pack or figure something out. So we decided to come in early a day from one of the roads. And then tomorrow we might have to skip that section. It was like a 17-mile section to another road, which you can hitch into Sisters of Bend. Both are doable. It's just easier to keep going and then hitch into Bend at the 20. So we might have to skip that 17-mile section. I think we are, so we can get to government camp on time and get all these things done. Just you know, I've skipped so much miles that already as it is, it doesn't really bother me. I really rather enjoy the trail and get to PCT days and stuff like that. And plus, it was either skip a day and have an extra day in town and get everything situated. And for me, I wanted that option too, so I can take the time to get here and try to figure out my gear situation. So everything has worked out. It is the next day. We're zeroing here. I didn't really, there's a consignment gear store that somebody in REI that was shopping packs said there was nothing there. So the only really pack REI has that kind of fits my bill was Osprey Exos 58, I think it is. It's a fairly lightweight pack. It's like under 3 pounds. It has decent features. It actually fits pretty good. I went ahead and bought that. I put like 30 pounds in it, and I brought all my gear and my backpack just to make sure everything fits. And it actually handles pretty well. I actually think my back might actually fare a little bit, actually maybe a lot better feel. Because with, so all the things my backpack, so this, like I said, the stay broke through, so I had to take it out. So it's half a frame. One side of the hip belt webbing, like outside padding or fabric, I don't know what would you call it, ripped. My girlfriend fixed that when I was at home, and the other side just completely ripped off. And I don't know if that's a structural thing or it's just a fabric thing, but it's like I could almost it was big enough that the pad of the hip belt could come out, and there's no way I'm going to be on the trail with a hip belt breaking. I noticed there was actually a hole in the side of the pack, and there was another part in the hip belt that was ripping, like a 3-inch hole, and that was more from rubbing from me, what I was doing. So all in all, I don't trust that pack to hold up being in remote sections, especially Washington. So I went ahead and bought that new pack. I think I like it, actually. It feels good. I think more of the weight is on my hips and off my shoulders and back, and it fits everything. My Spear Wilderness Designs was a 50, so this is a little bit bigger, but it fits everything I have, and I like it. So hopefully that works out well. And I was actually, and the biggest thing was it's really hard to get the water bottles out of the side, so I had the water bottle pocket on the strap, and then a pocket for my phone and sunglasses on the other one. And I was actually able to rig them on the Osprey pack, so I actually have those pockets for my other pack on there, which actually is huge. So I'm really happy about that, and I'm hopefully gonna feel better on trail. If this makes my back feel better, I'll just be so much more happy. So we got that taken care of, and just trying to figure everything out. I had to ship my old backpack home. We had to do resupply, and we didn't get in late, so it was kind of a whole thing. The cool thing is the trail was pretty cool. It was a lot of lava rock. Actually, towards the end, getting to the road, it was actually too much. It was really hard to walk on, and really exposed. There was some clouds coming in, but it still was. I think after that, the next section we were doing, it looked like a bunch of more lava rock walking exposed. So my feet are kind of feeling raw. So I'm kind of glad we're probably skipping a little bit of that. But it was really cool to see those sections. It was lava rock and exposed, burnt forest, little lakes and stuff. Oh, and there was a glacier stream that was fed glacier water from one of those big mountains, and it was by far the coldest and best water on trail. It literally gave me a brain freeze when I drank it. It was so cold. So I love cold water. I love ice and everything, so it was a blessing after drinking all this pond and lake water. That's like drinking tea. And the best part is apparently the hitch on the road we're doing is harder because it's a lot less trafficked. But there's 2 parking lots and one on each side of the road, and there was plenty of cars there. It was Friday. We walked to the end of the parking lot, but enough that there was plenty of room to pull over. literally didn't even put our packs down, and there was a car that drove by. I didn't even really hear it. I turned around, it was coming slowly, and I just put out my thumb because we weren't even ready. We literally just walked up, and this girl pulled over. She's a hiker, backpacker, and she gave us a ride all the way to Bend. It was awesome. And I think she was out of the way. She's like Redmond or something, which is towards Bend, and then you have to go north. So she went out of her way. She refused gas money. Man, it was awesome. We literally the fastest hitch on trail. Didn't even put our packs down. 2 seconds. Literally put my thumb out. She pulled over. It was awesome. And she was very nice, and things like that are so cool. So that was yesterday, we got in and we were doing all the resupply. We got a good hotel right by Safeway and Walmart, literally right next to each other, so plenty of options. And REI got my backpacking meals. I had to buy new gaiters. The gaiters my dad got me with the toe poos are ripping. And I think I like the Ultra ones better, so I bought some Ultra ones overall. And I think that's about it. My pack's all ready, and we got a ride with a Trail Angel tomorrow back to the road. And then we're trying to figure out, trying to get a grasp of what's going on. I think it's only like 50 miles to the border. And then we have to figure out what the hell to do in Washington. Apparently that fire workaround is like 3 buses. It takes all day. And it's a 150-mile skip because of fire. And why it's so big is because I guess there's just no way public transportation to get around that. So Washington might be a real letdown this year. It seems like there's very little of Washington that we can hike, or I don't even know, maybe half, if that. There's fires at the northern border, southern border, so we just have to play it by ear, and time will tell, give us better information going forward. But we'll just worry about this next stretch and getting to Portland, and then going to see PCT days, and hopefully we get to see friends. Oh, and that's another thing. I don't know if I said this, but at Crater Lake, I ran into one of a fellow nurse, Abby, and she had her partner Tiffany. They were hiking together with us. She went home at Tahoe, but Abby was at Crater Lake, and I haven't seen her probably long time ago in desert in the beginning. But we all kind of started together, and she was really cool, and we got to see her there. And then we just saw her on the trail yesterday too, so it was pretty fun. And then she's gonna go to PCT days, and I think Tiffany's gonna be there too. So hopefully get to see some, like I said, some old folks that we started with, and who knows who else will be there. So I'm looking forward to it. And that'll wrap it up. Gonna get back in, just resting today and getting everything taken care of. Loving Oregon still. It's awesome. And I hear the weather is cooling down. So the next I think we're doing 5 days to government camp, is supposed to be a lot cooler. So looking forward to that. All right, we'll see you then. Peace.